Leonardo da Vinci was one of the greatest polymaths in history, born in Vinci, Italy on April 15, 1452, and passing away in Amboise, France on May 2, 1519. Marriage is like putting your hand into a bag of snakes in the hope of catching an eel. Pleasure and pain are represented by twin traits, forming as if a unity, as one never comes without the other, and they stand back to back because they oppose each other. If you choose pleasure, be aware that behind it, there is someone who will bring you only troubles and regrets. Such is pleasure and pain. They stem from a single trunk because they have one and the same base. Behold, weariness and pain form the base of pleasure, while frivolous and lascivious pleasures are the base of pain. Not to foresee is to lament in advance. When I think that I have learned to live, I will have learned to die. Those who are enchanted with practice without knowledge are like sailors who get into a ship without a rudder or compass, never having any certainty about their destination. There is nothing that deceives us more than our own judgment. A little knowledge makes people proud. Much knowledge makes them humble. Thus, ears of grain, devoid of kernels, raise their heads arrogantly to the sky, while full ones bow to the earth, their mother. The supreme law of art is the representation of beauty. The gaze of hatred is more penetrating than the gaze of love. Experience never fails. Only our opinions fail when we expect from experience what it is not capable of offering. Necessity is the best teacher and the guide of nature. Necessity is tender and inventive, the eternal check and law of nature. Hate reveals much that remains hidden from love. Remember this and do not despise the criticism of your enemies. He who does not value life does not deserve it. There is no advice more loyal than that given on a ship in peril. May your work be perfect, so that even after your death, it may remain. Painting should appear as something natural, seen in a large mirror. Regret is the unfairest companion to wisdom. Mourning over past misfortunes is the surest way to draw new ones. A well-filled life becomes long. He who thinks little errs much. The highest reach of art is to express the inexpressible, to portray the invisible. Let your pride and goal be to put into your work something that resembles a miracle. Love is the offspring of understanding. The more exact your understanding, the more intense your love. All our knowledge has its origins in our perceptions. Every divided kingdom is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself will not stand. Patience serves as protection against wrongs, as clothes do against cold. For if you put on more clothes as the cold increases, it will have no power to hurt you. So in like manner, you must grow in patience when you meet with great wrongs, and they will then be powerless to vex your mind. It is poor pupil who does not surpass his master. He who is fixed to a star does not change his mind. Never imitate anyone. Let your producing be like a new phenomenon of nature. Never man made anything so nearly as good as a manifestation of nature. Given the cause, nature produces the effect in the simplest way it can be produced. The more one knows, the more one loves. The sun does not see the same shadow. Time abides long enough for those who make use of it. To be together is not necessarily to be close, it is to be on the inside. Reprimand your friend in private and praise him in public. The loveliest words of love are said in the silence of a look. A little knowledge makes people proud. Much knowledge makes them humble. Learning is never exhausting. It only makes your mind work, gives you no fears, and causes no regrets. Where there is much feeling, there is much pain. Better to have a large heart than a large beauty. Why does the sight see things more clearly in dreams than the imagination while awake? Just as courage endangers life, fear protects it. The most noble pleasure is the joy of understanding. I hope this presentation is to your liking. If you have any further requests or need additional assistance, feel free to ask.